Hey everybody, Reagan Archibald here, founder of East West Health and Go Wellness. And today I want to talk to you about the most important part of your health, and that is taking control of your day. Because a lot of us, we wake up in the morning and what's the very first thing that you're doing? Right? You're grabbing your phone and you're like, okay, what text did I get last night? Or what's the newest Facebook feed? Or what's going on at Fox News? And so I want you to look at your morning as this sacred time. So there was a study that was done recently and that showed that people who didn't look at a screen for the first 60 minutes of their day had 30% higher productivity. So that productivity, that can mean better quality time spent with your children, your family. That can mean better productivity at work. That can be, you're a higher level of performer in the hobbies that you enjoy. So I want you to be very disciplined. Turn your phone on airplane. We don't want you sleeping with all those EMFs coming in anyways. But I want you to start doing this ritual. It's called the Mindset Morning. And I kind of developed it based on the work of Hal Elrod in his book, The Miracle Morning, but I wanted to condense it and make it more doable for those of you who actually need to get out of the door in the morning and don't want to wake up at 4 o'clock. But first thing is, when you're going to have a good morning, we want you to have a good night's sleep. And so that may seem kind of like, well, yeah, of course, Reagan, we want to have a good sleep. But the way you have a good sleep is you start turning down the lights. You dim them at night. You can even go as far as buying some red light bulbs. The red lamps that you can get are actually really calming for your nervous system. It's the blue lights that really wake you up. So you can just have some lamps. At my house, I just have lamps in my kids' rooms, lamps in mine. And at night around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we turn the red lights on and we just kind of get in more of a relaxed mode. And don't think it's a red light district, by the way, but it feels nice and grounding. And then you want to try and eat an avocado before you go to bed. The avocado is loaded with potassium. In a normal size avocado, it's about 1,000 milligrams of potassium. It has tryptophan in it, which helps your body make serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that causes you to relax. And then the avocado has nice, healthy fats, so it stabilizes your blood sugar. So if you're waking up at night with headaches, or you're urinating frequently, or you kind of have restless sleep, there's a good chance your blood sugar is not regulated, or your adrenal function's off. So first thing you want to do is make sure that your sleep is very healthy before you start a good morning. The other thing we want you to do at night is make sure the temperature in your room is no warmer than 69 degrees. Anywhere between like 63 and 69 is your sweet spot. You don't want to get too cold, but then again, if you go over 70, your body will never fully relax. It won't go into that deep sleep. One thing you can do too, if you find yourself, you've had a really overly tiring day, you can actually take a bath in Epsom salts, and the amount of heat that you apply in your body at night in that bath will cause your body to start to sweat. So you'll cool down quicker and you'll have a better sleep. The sleep is so critical because at night you're going to have more growth hormone. So that's when you'll burn fat. And I know a lot of you want to get your chiseled belly back. So if you're looking for that six-pack, looking to get rid of some belly fat, you got to sleep good. You'll get better growth hormone. You'll wake up more refreshed. And if you have depression, one of the main links to depression is a poor sleep. So make sure you're sleeping well. Stretch out before you go to bed. Start relaxing about an hour before. So 60 minutes before you go to bed, put your phone on airplane, get rid of the screen. If you have a TV in your room, sorry, I want you to get rid of that. You don't need a TV in your room. Your bed's made for two things, sleep and sex. Hopefully lots of both. Okay, so let's talk about your morning now. You wake up, you feel like a rock star, you've slept great. You wake up in the morning. First thing you want to do is make your bed. So I know that seems very elementary and you're like, why are you talking to me about making my bed? But making your bed is one of the most critical things you can do, because that's one thing you have control over in the day, because you know the variables are coming. Life's going to get chaotic. So make your bed. Brush your teeth. You want a clean mouth because you're going to be doing some breathing. You want to feel just kind of refreshed. Wash your face, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. But note that your phone, you're not jumping into your phone. The only thing I want you using your phone for is a timer but it's got to be on airplane. And then you can use your phone as we start working into more of this process. But if you look at that, so your phone's turned off, or at least it's on airplane. The first 5 minutes, so we're going to jump into this. First 5 minutes of your day, you're going to breathe. So one of the best ways to start your breathing is you set your timer. So if you use your phone, set your timer 5 minutes. And then you're just going to kind of bounce a little bit for 10 breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So try this right now with me. Just breathe in. No, I'm not having a seizure, so don't worry. Just get the energy moving. You'll start to feel life. So in Chinese medicine, qigong is a ritual, an exercise ritual that's been used for 5,000 years. Qigong means working to cultivate the energy, working to cultivate the qi, because before you sit down to meditate, I don't want you to fall right asleep on me. So you're going to breathe, you're going to get the energy moving, you're going to shake your arms, stretch out a little bit. After about 20, 30 seconds of that, you're going to sit down and you're just going to breathe. You don't have to get in some fancy lotus pose. You can just grab a chair. You can sit just with your back straight and just try and keep your mind clean. If a thought comes up, let the thought come up and then let it disappear. But you want to breathe to clear the mind. And you want to get your energy moving so that you actually feel some light in your head. You feel some energy, some movement there. That's the first 5 minutes of your day. First 5 minutes, you're breathing just to clear your mind. Second 5 minutes. Now this is critical. So you're going to have some homework before tomorrow morning, because you're going to start this tomorrow morning. You're going to start the ritual tonight, get the lights dimmed, get your mindset right. But the second 5 minutes of your day is where you're looking at what's your life's goals? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? And why? I mean, why do you have those goals? I mean, that's one of the things that I hear often is, be careful what you wish for, because most of the time it comes true. But most of us are thinking about the negative things. What if I don't get healthier? What if my back pain persists? What if I don't get rid of this weight? So now I want you to focus on what it's going to look like, how you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, what motivates you, what drives you as a person. So you're going to write these down. You're going to write down, what my purpose in life is, to consciously make choices and have actions that will lead me to being a better person, growing, learning. All those things need to be part of this. And then I want affirmations. I want you every day to remind yourself who you are. So that could be an affirmation such as, I want to be more caring. I want to be a better learner. I want to be a higher performer. I want to be more productive with my time. I want to be able to say no. That's so critical for so many of you. When we have our initial consultation, I talk to you about creating boundaries in your life so that you can have some control, you can have some freedom. Because if you don't create boundaries, then you know what happens. You get the phone call, you're saying yes to everything. Next thing you know, your whole day is just shot because you are working off somebody else's agenda. So you want to say yes to those things that are going to enhance your health, enhance your life. But the biggest thing I want you to do in your affirmations is remember what an amazing person you are. Think about the gifts that you have to give. Think about the people who have touched your lives. Think about all of the meaningful relationships that you have and what you want to bring into those relationships, because it's a day-by-day decision. If you're looking at moving towards something greater than yourself, every day you have to remind yourself who you are, what you want to accomplish, what you're here for, what you want your life to look like, and how you want to feel. So I want 5 minutes of that. You can dedicate 5 minutes to what your life's about. I promise. It will change everything. Okay, so your timer goes off. You're deep in this state. You're just thinking, okay, this is what I want to be. This is how I want to do it. This is what I want to have. These are some words that describe who I am as a person. Maybe you're a musician, so you're a gifted musician. You focus on what beauty that puts into the world. You're an artist. You're a finance person. You can put numbers together. You are a person who's an athlete. You want to increase your time. So you're going to be talking about ways that what you want to have, what you want to be, what you want to do, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So next 5 minutes, your timer goes off. This is really when you start to get emotional, you start to feel it. So I want you to visualize, what is it going to feel like and what's it going to look like when you're accomplishing your goals, when you're actually feeling healthier. What does it feel like to have good digestion? What does it feel like to have your pain gone? What does it feel like to have no more headaches? What does it feel like to wake up in the morning refreshed? And then what's really important about this is visualize how you're going to make choices around your food throughout the day. Because what you eat has a dramatic impact on your psychology. So the first thing I want you to focus on in your visualization is, I'm going to be physiologically healthy. So we're going to look at the two P's, the physiology and your psychology. So I'm going to eat the foods that make me feel the best. So start out your morning. After this, eat an avocado again, get some sauerkraut, something fermented. If you're a coffee drinker, do some Bulletproof coffee. Put some butter, put some coconut oil. I put some pumpkin in mine, but you want to do some fats with your coffee or fats with your tea. It's great to get your brain going, great to get the ketones for energy. But you want to visualize, what am I going to do for my physiology? I'm going to exercise today. I'm going to choose the right foods. I'm not going to get stressed and reach for that bag of chocolate-covered pretzels, because I know you want to, but you're not going to do that today or tomorrow or the next day, because you visualize what your day is going to look like. You're going to visualize eating the pound of vegetables that we want you to eat. You're going to visualize how it's going to feel as you're taking the walks and as you're physically active. You're going to visualize what it feels like when you're lifting weights, or you're going to visualize what it feels like to be the kind of person you want to be. So, okay, so we got your physiology. Now let's move on to the psychology. So in your psychology, what you're going to look at is you're going to be training your brain. So our brains are hardwired to focus on negativity more than positivity. If you went in an MRI study, what they'll find is you'll see that the brain, if a person's unconscious and the brain's given positive messages and negative, the brain hyperfocuses on the negative because it's our limbic system. It's designed to protect us. So I want you to start visualizing in your psychology how you're going to think positive thoughts throughout the day so that the negative thoughts aren't coming. Because they'll be there. They'll be right in the back of your head all the time. But the way that you can overcome that is not to let people's discouragements get you down, not to let other people's negativity get you down, but to be your own person, to really step into who you are, requires you to have this affirmation that you're reminded about every day. Every hour, remind yourself of the affirmation. So if you work on a computer, set your timer. Every hour it goes off, just remind yourself. Take a couple minutes, do some breathing, get up, move around, drink some water, and then focus on, okay, am I making the commitment to myself so that I'm accomplishing the things that I set out to accomplish? Are those things happening? Am I making those proper steps in my life so that I can actually start fulfilling these goals? But you want to visualize every hour, then get back to work. It's no problem. But in the morning, you're going to feel it in your bones. You're going to know this is you. You can tackle the day. You can take control of it. But you're going to spend 5 minutes just visualizing that, seeing how it feels. You're going to scan through your physiology and your psychology, all the mental things. You're going to say, this is how I want my mindset to be, because you know this could be your last day. And I say that with all sincerity, but we know life is fragile. We feel a lot like we're immortal, like we can live forever, but I see so many patients, so many people who are knocking on death's door, and they wish 20 to 30 years ago they would have started doing something more about their health. So when you're starting on this journey of getting healthier, this journey of wellness, this journey of wholeness, I want you to remember that it's the first part of your day. If you can control the first 15 minutes of your day, the rest of your day will go so much better. I'm not saying you're going to have a perfect day. But you're going to do your best to have the perfect day, because there's going to be circumstances that come up that aren't fun. That's life, but you'll deal with them so much better. You know, my grandfather was one of the most sage-like people I've ever met. He was just like happy all the time. He would, you know, he just the coolest guy. When I was a kid, he used to call me a good toiler. So we'd be working on the farm. I grew up on a farm in Idaho, and he'd say, "Oh, you're such a good toiler." And he was just always positive. And even though I was probably a pain, I mean, I used to want to, when I was a kid, he used to have to take me irrigating when I was like 6. And at the time I thought I was really helpful, but in hindsight I realized I was just like the stumbling block. But he took the time to train me and educate me. And his example of just pure just like clean energy. He didn't hold a grudge. He was a person without guile. And so, but my grandfather, he always had these morning rituals. He was always reading something. He was always learning. He was always growing as an individual. And so, you know, I want to give some of that energy to you, because that's what we need more than ever, because things are going to distract us. Things will pull us away from who we are as a person. But if you can control that first 15 minutes of your day, then the day is won. And I'm telling you, when you win your day, you win your life back. Because so many of us, the reason why our health is deteriorated is because our life is not the life that we want to live. So let me say that one more time. The reason why your health is deteriorated is because your life is not the life you want to live. So the first way to reclaim your health is to start getting back your life. This is how you start. So thank you very much. I'm so honored to have you in the program. I'm honored that you've taken the first step in really getting your health back. So once again, it's Regan Archibald. Feel free to reach out to me. My email is Regan, REGAN, @gowellness.com. Thank you very much.